You're listening to the PAC Podcast. Be sure to give us a like and follow, and hope you enjoy the episode. We the PAC, this our part, I bet you like that. We them boys putting rugby back on the map. All the scrams gotta go, Rucker rivals let them know. Thank you, Tony, and good afternoon, ladies and Tonys. You're listening to the PAC Bars Pod. We're here in Hong Kong. If this is your first time joining us, we are a touring rugby club and reformed MEMEdia platform for the players. We're the voice of the people, and we're simply here to make rugby great again, one meme at a time. This episode is brought to you by the APW Group, the experts in expat investments. My name is Sione, and joining me is back, a long layover, is Chainsaw. Welcome, mate.
G'day, Sione. Keeping well?
Yeah, mate. It's been a long time since you've been on. Can't remember, was it last time in Hong Kong?
I think it was the 18th of April 2023. Good to be back. Good to be rooming with you again.
Yeah, we just landed today. We'll get into what's been going on. We brought back Budgie's Boardies, Budgie Smuggler, something good or something or someone that's done a bit of good since we've been on tour. It hasn't a lot's been going on, and we've only just arrived. So, we'll kick off with the negatives. Boardies Bandit.
There's a few of them.
Yeah, you want to kick us off with your Boardies Bandit on tour so far?
Can do. I mean, tour hasn't even really kicked off fully yet. We're still waiting for a few of our beloved teammates to get in, but there's a couple of guys that wear boardies that dangle around their shins, and that's Baden and Pissy, missing their flight 12 hours late to the airport in Perth, so we've had to book them another couple of flights, so no good.
No, that's definitely something you don't want on tour, especially when our budget is very tight. Tino didn't even make the budget, so he got cut from last year's budget. So boys, they better make up for it and perform Wednesday come Hong Kong 10s. So any more boardies, or just them? Just
those two, I think. So we'll get stuck into them at Kangaroo Court after the tournament, no doubt. But bad form.
Bad. All right, my Boardies Bandit. I don't like to shit on the hand that feeds us. Leveni's been very hard at planning this tour. He's pretty much did most of it with Knuckles. He is our coach. However, booking everyone's flights. Everyone's got their direct flights. However, Shay's got, I think,
3 flights. I think he had to catch to get in.
3 flights, including a 10-hour stopover. Might have been some GST on that in Bali. But Leveni also had a stopover for about felt like a week. But he's been in Tokyo for the last 4 days, treating himself before tour. Treating himself. Tasting all the nice Japanese delicacies.
Must be nice.
Yeah, and he said that his flights fit the budget.
Yep.
But I remember when we were booking the tickets, he took the computer off me.
He had his thumb over one section. The old cabbie's trick.
And out of respect, because I was going to do the same for my flights, I didn't look, and I'm just trusting that his flights was on budget. I'm saying he's my boardies because he sacrificed Shay's, because Shay came.
He saved $100 on Shay's flights, having to catch 3 trams, a bus, a ferry, and 3 flights with a 3-day layover in Bali or whatever. Meanwhile, he's living it up,
trying the 7-Eleven sandwiches. Leveni, you are my Boardies Bandit for treating yourself before tour. I'm doing it after.
Yeah,
but
we love you, but that ain't right, Leveni.
Yeah, nah. I was going to say something when I was, when we're face to face, but thought I'd save it for.
That's the way you do it. It's the way the backstab him. Hey, we did invite him to the podcast, and he turned it down.
True.
So
that is another one.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to get on this podcast, and he got the first invite. They're like, nah. Oh, okay, yeah. Not that we have anything planned for today.
Yeah, you talk tough now, but you're shaking your boots in front of coach before. Tough guy.
Yeah. So Leveni and Baden and Pissy. So
hashtag Pissy.
And all I'm saying is they all have Kiwi passports.
Hey, there's something going on there.
So yeah. Anyways, back to the Boardies, Budgies. We got the negatives out of the way. Now positives.
All
Who's
right.
your budgie smuggler?
Do some positives. So talking about tight, tough budgets and the likes for the tour, we had a last minute local place jump on board to support the team. So my budgie smuggler is Bobby's Rabble in Hong Kong. It's a cool little bar.
Yeah.
So they've chipped in a bit of cash to help out with the tour, and we'll certainly be spending some time there post-tour.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we do have, every time we go on tour, we do like to have a, what we call a home club.
Yeah.
So Bobby's Rabble is our home club here in Hong Kong, and grateful for you guys coming on board and footing the bill for those missed flights. Pretty much, that's what that's going to. It was going to go to feeding the players, but meagering noodles it is for one day.
Yeah. The last minute message went out before the guys boarded their flight. See if you can get your mum to pack your lunch.
So thank you, Bobby's Rabble. We will include when we go visit them during the week in our daily vlogs. So make sure you also tune into our daily vlogs. So yeah, that's a good positive. And I've also got another positive. I landed, checked my emails, and I got the message from Baden and Pissy. Got the email from them because Laveni wasn't answering his phone because it would have been in transit. And
in business class,
yeah,
no doubt.
And yeah, I was fuming because I know how tight our budget is, and I was ready to just leave him in Perth and not even reply to his email. So I told Knuckles, I told Jano, I told Frenny, and luckily you guys had cool heads. Get us the details. We'll get him on another flight. So it would be to you, Jano, and to Knuckles, but I think Knuckles will get the pair because we only got one pair of budgies. So Knuckles get the pair because he actually paid for it because he had to pay for new flights.
Well, yeah, Knuckles did say that. The question came out: did they catch the new flight? And Knuckles said, "Oh, I'm actually on my way to Perth for business. If they aren't on that plane, I'll be going straight to their fucking house."
So yeah, thank you, Knuckles. I know you missed out on tour, but your wallet didn't miss out on tour. So thank you, mate. That's why you're the boss. But they were our budgies and boardies so far. We've only been here a few hours. A lot's been going on. But yeah, make sure you tune into our vlogs. Now we will cut to our major sponsor, APW Property, and chat to Cal, old boy, PAC Barbars old boy, and why they support the PAC Barbars program. Thanks for joining me, Chana, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Good night.
Joining me today is a former PAC Barbar representative himself. He's the only PAC Barbar player to date to do, I think, 3 or 4 tours in one calendar year. His accent says he's English, passport says he's an Aussie, but his heart screams Wales. Please welcome
Fire in the belly.
Callum Williamson from the APW group. Welcome, mate.
Hey, Sione, how's it going? Good to see you again.
Yeah, mate, it's a long time. I see you're back in KL now?
Yeah, just in the office here in KL, in the Our Podcast studio, which is nearly as good as yours. Should be sweet. Hopefully we'll win it this year.
Yeah.
Especially because Ume's not taking any said that. Yeah, all good. It's good to be back in the office and looking forward to seeing you guys.
Like I said before, these guys, APW Group, are our major sponsors here in Hong Kong. Now, before we get into APW, Cal is, like I said in his intro, he is a old boy, PAC Barbars old boy. But before we get into how you joined PAC, we'll go into how you even started playing rugby.
Back in the valleys in Wales, in Bridgend, which is between Cardiff and Swansea.
Yeah.
Started playing for Bridgend Athletic. I was playing, I think, probably from about 4 or 5. Started at scrum half, and then, yeah, as you know me as a front rower, a tight head.
Yeah.
So started at scrum half. As I got a bit older, got a bit bigger, moved out to the centres, and then carried on getting bigger and started moving back into the front row. So, played in Bridgend, which is a pretty rough place to play because our sort of league was all the way up the Rhondda Valley, so you're playing, the further up the valley you go, the rougher it gets, as the boys from Merthyr can tell you. Started playing there, played at uni, played a little bit of rugby league, which was, I played Great Britain students when I was at uni, rugby league. So we did a couple of tours to Ghana and Bosnia and sort of weird places like that.
Yeah.
And then, moved out to KL, 21. Went to a Tigers training session. I was still a centre at this point, and I remember walking across the field, first training session, and the coach pointed at me and said, "We've got our new tight head." And I was like, "Mate, I've never played in the scrum in my life." And he was like, "No, you're a tight head now." And that's how the front row journey started.
Yeah, when I first met you, you were a lot bigger than you are now. You've gone back to scrum half now.
Maybe not. Maybe water boy or winger if my hammy holds up. I'm thinking about retiring now because every time I play, my hamstring goes.
Yeah, but I first came across you in Bangkok 10s, and I was with the social team, because we have the elite barbars and then we have the PAC social, and you were in the social. And normally when you're in the social team, that's the Reggie's team, so you're not very good. But you actually played well. You're probably, I don't know if you're trying to get the call up to top league, but how did you get involved in the PAC barbars? Was it through the KL boys?
Yeah, through the KL boys, but that Bangkok 10s was a funny story because I think that was the year I played with Ume. Actually, we got to the final, but we were playing social, and we got knocked out. I think, in the group stages at the start of the Sunday, I think it was, or whatever. And so you're obviously just getting on the beers then, and the socials watching the Open play, and you're just drinking all day. And then I remember Justin Barrett came over because Tino got a yellow card in the semi, or a red card for chinning someone. And JB comes over and he's like, "Cal, listen, mate, I may need to put you on the bench, but you're probably not going to play." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, that's okay, we can do that." And then he comes over and he's like, "Right, you might need to start, but just 2 minutes and I'll take you off." And then we start warming up and he's like, "Right, Cal, you're going to start and you need to play for as long as you can, as hard as you can." It's about 10 pints deep at this point as well. So, but yeah, how did I get involved? I used to play against Justin Barrett, who was Singapore Barbars before we became PAC Barbars. He was He was KL Saracens, we were KL Tigers, and I always used to have a bit of biff with him. We always used to get into each other for whatever reason. And then after a game, I think someone dropped out of Phuket 10s in 2017 when it was still Sing Barbars. Yeah. And he said, "Do you want to come and play in this tournament with us?" So I did that, and then the second year got invited because some PAC boys were on that tour, I think, and then got invited to Bangkok, and that was the three-peat year, Bangkok, Phuket, Saigon, and then we pushed it through 2020 Bangkok, which was me, you, and
John, that's right.
And it was cancelled, remember?
COVID. I'm blaming COVID on our that last Vietnam tour. That was because we went from winning the year before to just sending the social team the last year, and we came dead last.
We all had a great time, but I don't think some people were like, "You put shame on the PAC name, how dare you?"
Everyone had a good time. But we've gone back to sort of giving our social a bit of a break to I think it was our last Bangkok tour. Because you guys have been sponsoring pretty much ever since we did the Aqua Rugby when that was the only tours that we could do during COVID. It was that Bangkok tour, that last one, I think 2022, I think it maybe was. And I was just looking at the team and I'm like, we need to be better for our sponsors because they weren't doing very great. And I'm like, okay, we need to give social a break and then bring back the barbars and only just barbars to get some respect on the name.
Well, this is it. I mean, so obviously I've got a soft spot. I would we'd sponsor you guys if we just got free staff, basically. But Stu, who I work with, you know Stu. He's like, "Well, what's the return, mate? We're sponsoring these guys and we don't even get our stash. What are we paying for?" I was like, "You just believe in the boys, right? They'll come good. We'll win the 10s this year and you'll see." So have you got any social tours planned this year?
We're bringing social. Well, it's going to be sort of half. So we're going to give some of the players that probably missed out on Hong Kong barbars, we'll get them to prove themselves in the social. So social's not full social, will be half social and then half sort of barbars at the Bali 10s. And then we're looking to have some ones over in, because I'm on my way back to Netherlands, and a few of the boys are heading to London as well to play a bit of footy. So we'll try to get one in the Northern Hemisphere as well. So we've got a few tours, and then ending with Dubai at the end of the year. So bringing back some decent tournaments, especially for social guys to get involved again. But we won't be as bad as what we were when we finished off social.
I think you'll end up, if you've got some half decent players playing in social, we'll end up with about 20 water boys, just coming just for the laugh and bringing on water. But you're moving back to the Netherlands full time?
Yeah. Just getting my visa sorted now. I just came from the visa office here to get some some paperwork done. So getting a proper visa. Thanks. Just in case people are wondering, listening. But back into rugby. You come on board to help the boys. We just missed out last year on bringing home the championship to APW HQ. Hopefully we can do it this weekend. But I want to talk about APW, and like some of our listeners probably will hear us raving on about APW, but probably don't really know if they're part of the target market or if you guys can help them out. I just want to talk about APW, what you guys do and what you guys can offer.
We help expats, people that live overseas, purchase investment property, basically. So that's 75% of it's in the UK, but we've sort of expanded that now to Australia, parts of Asia and the Middle East, and basically anywhere that's a good investment market, we help people buy. And we don't try and sort of hard sell stuff. We sort of just try and put education and information out there online. Like we've got this, I was told to hold this up so everyone can see. We've got a book we wrote about it. But I think, at first I was a bit skeptical. I didn't think whether there would be much crossover in the market. But I think, I know when I first became an expat, the first thing I did was join the rugby club.
Yeah.
Because I know you're going to find like-minded people, right? You'll always find people with similar interests that are generally good people, because rugby people are good people normally, right? So I think there's a lot of crossover between the sorts of people we work with and the rugby community. And I think, that's why, especially with the 10s, that's massive in the expat community, the 10s and the 7s. So we've got some clients coming down to watch both days, so hopefully we can meet some new people as well. But that's basically what we do. We've been doing it 10 years now, basically, and just have a chat with people and see if we can help them.
Yeah, and where are you guys based? You're in KL now. Do you have other offices around the world?
Yeah, we've got the HQ here. So I'm in the sort of the marketing and C-suite floor, we call it. Yeah. So this is on one floor, and then about 4 floors down, we've got the sort of sales consultants and the guys that sort of do the outreach. And then we've got an office in Dubai. We've got a small office in Singapore. We used to have one in the UK, which was more of a sourcing team to find property, but because all of our clients are over here, our biggest markets would be Singapore, Hong Kong, and the Middle East probably. So we just made the offices in those locations for sort of ease of dealing with people.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good fun. Get to travel around a bit and sort of meet nice people.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening and they like the sound of it, you can go and download a copy of our book and have a little read, see what you think. Yeah,
we'll put a link down in the bio, and also if you guys I believe you're coming to Hong Kong next week.
Yeah, I'll be there Tuesday morning, so hope we can get over for the jersey presentation, all of that sort of stuff as well.
All right, so like if you're listening and you're in Hong Kong, like Cal said, for the expats, I remember my first time in Hong Kong. I got to Hong Kong, and especially to the 10s and the 7s, I'm like, where's all the Hong Kong people? That's a lot of massive expat community there in Hong Kong. But if you make sure you hit the links in the bio, and or come up and come chat at the 10s or the 7s if Cal's staying for the 7s. But we'll be preaching the good word of APW. But it's probably
preach it.
Yeah, it works that we're going to Dubai. Going to make our debut at Dubai later this year. So maybe it'll be good year and good partnership with APW, because you guys have been, mate. ever since that, because I've like you said, Stu was also always asking. I was always asking Johnny too. I'm like, what are they getting out of it, man? How do they keep coming back?
I know. And every time he grills me, he's like, mate, come on. I know you love the boys, and I know, you know you love going on tour, but what are we doing here? What are we getting? And I was like, it's coming. It's coming. Just believe me, man. So it's cool. We're excited. I mean, when you gave us the opportunity to sponsor again this year, I think it's hopefully we can work with you guys for a long time, because it's awesome, the rugby thing and sort of traveling and going to these cool places. So
we're excited, and finally, like, even when we got the partnership with the Aussie Sevens, giving their fringe players that aren't playing in the Sevens on the weekend sort of that opportunity to push into the Seven squad for the next tour, it kind of it's good, because obviously if you guys weren't on board, we wouldn't be going to Hong Kong. These Sevens players wouldn't get the opportunity, or these other players, young players like Gussie that came last year, came and played in Hong Kong from New Zealand Clubland, and picked up a contract over in Japan now. So it's good to see, and it's a good opportunity for some of the younger players to rub heads with some of the old heads that we pick. It will be good to, and we might even get you out to maybe the captain's run, see if you can kick a drop kick. Maybe you might be a late inclusion there.
Yeah, pull a hamstring. I'll bring my boots, man, if you need someone to sit on the bench for a while. But,
we'll send it to Ume.
But is that what you guys you're trying to do more of that now, right? Is sort of bring through, sort of more of a pathway for younger players and stuff. Right?
So we get some of those players that are just retired from professional rugby or international that just retired, and then kind of get them in the group with younger players, and just get them seen. Follow them around when they go back home to Clubland. We kind of highlight what they've done in Clubland, and hopefully someone's watching. There's pro teams around the world. Just give these guys the opportunity to kind of do what some of us did and play rugby overseas as well. So we're thankful to have you guys on board as well. So and also thanks for jumping on. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And we'll make sure the players don't sneak out until after the tournament. We'll enjoy the beers after the tournament. Thanks for jumping on, and guys, make sure you jump on and get onto APW and the playbook we need.
There you go. Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers, boss.